so excited about tonight's session. Tonight, we are talking network marketing as a career. We are talking network marketing as a profession. Guys, we are talking about network marketing as a game changer. I'm super excited tonight because I have two incredible ladies that will be sharing their journey, their personal journeys through forever with us. And I'll be your host, your fabulous host for tonight. And guys, before we get started, before I hand over to our first speaker, because we don't have the whole night, we don't have time, we need to get started right away. I would like to ask you to please mute yourselves and please switch off your mics. Let us give our undivided attention to our guest speakers. We have Senior Manager Tato in the house who will be sharing with us her journey through forever. We also have a Sapphire Manager all the way from Botswana, Duna Rabai. She'll also be taking us through her amazing forever journey. So you do not want to disturb anyone, but guys, by switching on your mics and switching on your cameras, please listen attentively. They have been doing incredible things in this amazing business. So they will share with us what it took for them to get to where they are. They will share with us how they started the business and what they are doing. They have been transforming lives, guys, because we are in the business of transforming lives. Because like I said, I'm a full-time forever business owner. I am very proud to be part of this amazing business. But like I said before, tonight is not about me, it's about our special guest. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I am going to hand over to our first speaker, Senior Manager Tato, who is a wonderful and an amazing mom to one daughter, but I am not going to introduce herself more. I think I'm just going to give it over to her. She will share with us everything that we need to know about her as she takes us through her journey. Tato, I am going to
Then you are mute for some minutes there, for some seconds there.
Okay, good sorry about that. Sorry good about that. It's fine. I was just saying, we really, truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to share an hour motivating us, inspiring us. And thank you so much. We're very grateful. And I'm handing it over to you, my leader.
Thank you so much, Zen. What an incredible honor. I will never pass a moment for me to share how this business has completely transformed my life. I will just start by sharing my screen so that we can get straight into it without wasting any more time. Leaders, can somebody just give me a hands up and just say that I'm audible, and I'm also, they can
you
also-
are audible.
You can also audible. Okay. So good evening, everybody. And wow, what an incredible honor to be in such a huge platform. I'm not used to over 500 people joining a Zoom session, but you know what, smaller steps can introduce us into even bigger steps of our careers. This has been an amazing 5-year journey that I'm gonna share with you, and how it has completely transformed me and the people around me. So I call my testimony the turning point, because literally at some point I did not know whether I was going left or I was going right. And I believe that Forever Living came at the right time, and it completely saved my life. So who is Tato? I'm a single mom. I'm an accountant by profession, which really doesn't matter in this profession, but I'm just letting you know my background. I'm a weight management coach, currently doing the business on a full-time basis. I have 5 years experience in this profession currently. And literally 5 months after I signed the form, I retired from my profession. I will never ever work for anyone in my life because I saw the light when I met network marketing. Well, life before Forever Living for me, life was very stressful. I was born in the Northwest. I come from the dusty street of a small town called Freiburg. That small town, it's the type of town where only certain type of kids prosper. You need to have a certain surname in order for you to prosper. At the age of 12, I lost my mom. And shortly after that, I then lost my dad, which then made me become a breadwinner and become literally at the age of 12, I had to raise my sister, who was then only 6 years old. And as you know it, when you don't have and when you are struggling, people don't want to associate with you. I remember my aunt, one of my aunt was living behind us. She was back opposite our house. After my mom passed away, she literally built a wall. And my other aunt was living down the road, and I used to take my sister because it was just the two of us. And I used to say, let's go visit some family and let's just not be just be the two of us. And as we went down the street, as we approached the house, they would lock the doors, literally because nobody wants to associate with somebody that does not have. Now, as I grow up, I now realize more than ever that my parents, is because my parents didn't leave us a legacy. And if my parents had left us a legacy, my life would have been totally different. I did not study accounting because I had passion for accounting. I studied accounting because at the time, when I was at school, it was the most hiring job. And obviously, growing up in struggle, I literally was those people that learned anything very quickly and applied myself at a higher level at all times. So I learned, I passed my accounting very well, and then I focused on becoming an accountant. And even my journey in tertiary was not easy. I'm one of those kids who are saying fees must fall. I'm one of those kids who went through school without textbooks. I remember my whole tertiary life, I owned one pair of sneakers. You know, when people had laptops, I didn't have a laptop, and I would borrow books and study in advance. That's how hectic my life was. And on weekends, I was also working because that extra 50 rands really made a difference in my life because nobody was gonna give it to me. So life was not easy. Studying accounting, my sister had to go from one aunt to the other. I was really not at peace in tertiary because I knew that my sister, wherever she is, she's not living the life that I desire for her. And as a result, coming into tertiary, choosing jobs, I had to choose anything. I had to compromise to anything that I get because really I needed money. And my parents had left us in a lot of debt. Our parents take debts that they do not discuss with us. And once they pass away, all these things come back. And my graduation, I was not even excited to graduate. I had the letter for my graduation. I didn't tell anyone. You know, I don't know who informed one of my older cousins and told her that I'm graduating. She bought me a dress and she insisted that we go. I wasn't excited because I knew that I was in debt in advance. And for me, I knew I had to work harder than any average person my whole life. So I got into corporate. I worked in a private bank. This was like my last job. Like I said, life's not easy as being a young Black graduate and pushing yourself through corporate with no connections. Your surname does not weigh anything. You do not, your surname is not a certain of a certain caliber. So you just take whatever you get. I remember my last job, I literally took a salary package that paid me 3 times less, just because I wanted to be permanent so that my sister could then finish her degree. So can you see the poverty cycle, how it follows you? It followed my parents up until the grave. It followed me. I made decisions that I was not happy with. And I got stuck in a career that I did not choose. So poverty chooses for you. So like I always say, not choosing leaders is choosing. So when I went to work, it was dark. And when I came back from work, it was dark again. And it didn't help that at the age of 25, I became a single mom. And nobody wants to become a single mom. Raising a child alone is not easy. I became a single mom, and I was just caught up in a situation where I found myself, unable to give my child the life that I've always imagined that she would have. But the fear that was behind me all the time was, am I going to leave my child in the same situation that my parents had left me? So this was me employed, fully employed. This was my last employer. This was the car that I drove. I drove a Polo Vivo, and I forced myself to get this car. I could not afford this car at all. I think the salesperson wanted the sale, and I was desperate for a car. I remember walking my child to school, because I would walk her to school, then catch a taxi to work. She one day said to me, "Mommy, why don't we have a car?" I cried so much. I could not believe that my 2-year-old could ask me that type of question, because growing up at home, we never had a car, and I never had the guts to ask my parents, why don't we have a car? At this point in time, I was weighing 145 kgs. I was on antidepressants. I was diabetic. I had high blood pressure. I had anything you could think of. I was unbearable to be around, because I was always so grumpy. I was always just not in a good mood. And this was because I always had financial stresses and burdens that weighed me down my whole life. And I just used to ask myself, but when is my life going to change? When am I going to get this breakthrough? I've always worked so hard. God, oh my God, make a way for me. I prayed so hard. I mean, the other picture here, it's me at the office. Probably I was coming from one of the cleaners, borrowing money. That's what I used to do, borrow transport money from the cleaners, and we paid them with interest. Imagine a person is saving you tea, but at the same time, you are borrowing money from them. So this was the type of life that I lived before I met Forever Living. The reason I took this road that is less traveled, it's because of my daughter. Really, I did not imagine how she would cope with what I had gone through. I had gone through to one of the worst childhood traumas. I became a parent at a young age. I was literally living the life that I never chose, the life this life chose me. It's because of the decisions that my parents had made, and I had to suffer the consequences for it. So I said to myself, you know what, I need to make a change for my daughter, so that she has a better future than what I had. She inherits businesses. She does not have to start from the bottom. She has to have that type of network and be in a type of caliber in her life. You know, I went to a public school. I didn't want my child to go to a public school. It was one thing that really, there is a huge difference between a child that goes to a public school and a private school. And I wanted the best for my child. And my child always pushed me to look around for opportunities, to look around to do something extra with my time. Leaders, being broke is hard, and being wealthy is hard. You gotta choose your heart. You gotta choose Are you going to take this road? Are you going to go into this, and tell yourself that you are limitless? Are you going to choose to lose friends? Are you going to choose to not be, to be blocked? Are you going to choose this road, which is really, really not a lot of people are willing to choose it? So I chose to be wealthy. I chose to lay my down life as a sacrifice, really, for my family, because in every family, there's only one person that needs to change the dynamic of the family. And I chose, and I lifted my hand up and I said, I'm going to do this for the next generation so that my kids, my great grandkids don't have to go through what I had gone through. So starting a side hustle was really a foreign to me. Education was always so pressed on my neck. You know, when you are speaking to everybody, get educated. It is the key to success, education, education. And that is why I never really stopped studying. I've always studied. I've just always worked harder. If there's a course, I want to do it. If there's this training, I want to get to it. So I've always studied. So as a concept of a side hustle was never really introduced to me at all. But I knew that my salary was not getting, getting better. I mean, I settled for a career. I settled for the type of income that I was earning. My life was not because I made decision. It was because my circumstances decided for me. So when I was told about this side hustle, for me, I looked at the numbers. The first thing that I looked at was the numbers. What impressed me about this opportunity was the numbers. And that is why you will get to see how I quickly made a decision to take the side hustle on a full-time basis. What most people don't understand is you gotta step out of your comfort zone. Most people are comfortable and are not willing to step out of their comfort zone. I was ready and willing to step out of my comfort zone. Life was not working out for me. And I knew that if I stay in the same position, my child will have to be in that same position. And you know what? I'm not doing justice to the next generation. I had to step out of my comfort zone. I became broke for a while. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. You become broke for a while, you invest and you put in so much, yet you get so little back in the beginning. You lose friends. Nobody wants to associate. I remember one of my colleagues, I was getting to work, because I was making money on a daily basis when I started my business. I was getting to work so excited. I always held the aloe vera gel on my hand so that people could be curious and ask me what it's about. So I remember holding it and I walked into a meeting and she called me on the side. She said, "No, Tato, we are with the directors of KPMG. You cannot be holding that thing. It's degrading." Oh my God. And this girl did not even understand what this business was already doing for me. That 140 rands was making such a huge difference in my life. It was decreasing that stress. Bread could be bought, electricity could be bought. The simple things that was stressing me during the month could be bought, So I lost some friends. Nobody wanted to associate with me. I was blocked on family groups. Nobody wanted to be a part of it. I remember my uncle calling his church and they coming to me and praying for me because they thought I was demon possessed because I chose Forever Living products. I had to choose to have sleepless nights, guys. Most people don't get that being an entrepreneur is not easy. So this is the day that I decided about my network marketing career. And I remember hearing about the opportunity. It was the festive season and I was visiting my half-sister and my half-sister was telling me, Tato, you are not yourself. What's going on? Please don't kill yourself. So many people are killing. She was very worried about me because I was not my bubbly self. And I said to her that my life is just not going the way I thought it was going to go by now. I'm not earning what I think I was going to earn. I have a child to feed. I've got a sister to take to school. It is just tough and I'm not winning. And I don't know how I'm going to win, but I know that 2017, I cannot be in the same position again. I refused. I said to her that I cannot be in the same position, even if it means that I'm going to take something else, I'm gonna have to do it. So this was my mentor who introduced me into the business. My best friends, our parents were friends, and she told me about the Yellows group, and she said to me that, you know what, people are making money. There's this high school mate of ours that is just bought a Mercedes Benz, and she was giving me screenshots of her car. And I said to her, you know what, I don't know what she's doing, but whatever she's doing, I'm in already. I've decided, because you look at a person, it's not competition, but you look at a person that you went to school with, and they are excelling in their lives. It's not a competition, leaders. They are excelling in their lives. It's inspiration. It inspired me. And I wanted to learn from her. I wanted to find out what she was doing. So I asked her, I'm like, you know what, you need to set up a meeting. I need to meet this lady. I need to know what she's doing. Even if she's killing people, I'm ready to kill people, because at this point in time, I'm desperate for a side hustle. I'm desperate. I need an income. You know, at this level, at this point in time, I was going through the maintenance court with the father of my child. You know, it was just all emotionally draining. My dosage for my antidepressants were getting a lot. I was just tired of taking pills, falling asleep, being grumpy. I did not know the product in this box. I did not know anything about network marketing. I had never heard about Forever Living products at all when I got this box. Did I have the money to start? No, I did not have the money to start. But I knew that if I don't do anything, I joined January. In most cases, people make excuses in January and say, we buy in uniform, this, and that. I said, you know, as she was explaining the part of the presentation, there was a point where she was showing the profits. And because I'm very clued up with numbers, I looked at the numbers and I was like, this is crazy. 35% at the time, we were getting 35% as assistant supervisors. And I said, this is crazy, 35% profit at the most minimum level. I need to grab this opportunity. I did not even understand. She went further to explain the marketing plan. I did not hear her. I remember sitting there at Mag and Bean, reversing my car debit order and sending the school, telling them that I will not be paying school fees. I'm embarking on a business journey. And as you know it, when you tell people that you are excited, you are starting a new journey, there were a lot of naysayers in my life. So the hardest chains to break is the one that is around the mind. A lot of people right now are stuck in positions that they know that they don't belong. They are stuck there because they are afraid of what others think of them. I was willing to be spoken about. I was willing to be blocked. I was willing to lose friends. I was willing to lay it all, because at the end of the day, you are impressing people that are not helping you with anything. And sometimes these people are enjoying you being at the same level, not below them. So the minute you become better than them, they don't like that. So I chose that I would rather lose it all, but I will do whatever it takes so that my child can have a better life. I told myself that I appreciate you, education. I looked at my qualifications and I said, I appreciate you. Thank you. You've brought me this far. But at this point in time, I'm embarking on a new journey, something that is totally different. I don't know anything about it, but I'm willing to learn. If you are willing to learn, there is nothing that is going to stop you. You become extremely unstoppable when you are at a point where you are willing to learn. I had to faith it till I made it. Like I said, I did not have the money to start. As a single mom, you know, at the time, I think our full membership was about 6,400. And when I paid that and I got my Start Your Journey combo and I got products, I'm like, yo, who am I going to sell these products to? Like, I just started sitting there and I remember praying and I said, God, you know, you led me to this opportunity. You are the one that's going to help me get customers. You are the one that's going to help me through this. I stayed day in, day out on the internet reading about the products. I was like taking my journey very, very seriously. I was not waiting for my mentor, my mentor at the time, 3 months into the business, she then sat me down, her and her mentor, they sat me down and said, you know what, Tato, this is not for us. Forever Living is not for us. We don't even have time for groove. We don't have time for anything. So we're not going to be a part of this. And I didn't want to compare myself with them because they did not know how I sleep, crying myself to sleep, how I watched my daughter wear the same shoes, what I had gone through before I was even a mother myself. So I knew that I had to take this road alone. So I had to put faith first. But, you know, God blesses the hand that God blesses us when we work. God is the God that works miracles when you are willing to work. So most people would ask me, but Tato, what is the secret to your success? My secret to success, there is no secret in Forever. Forever is the most transparent business you can ever get into. There is nothing you will never get told in this business. Everything that you are being taught is everything that is going to elevate you, that is going to take you to the next level. So come with a teachable spirit, come ready to be filled up. You know, from 145 kgs, I used the product because I understood the profit margins when I looked at a C9 and I looked at the profit that a person makes when they sell a C9, and I wanted money, guys. I wanted money. I looked at the profit margins and I was like, no way, I need to sell this product. But before I sell this product, I'm gonna have to use this product so that I become a testimony myself. So I started using, you know, I changed a lot of things in my household, replacing them with our products. And I started working on my weight. And as I worked on my weight, I really, you know, started to change. And as I changed, I became more and more confident. And that is when, you know, now I started sharing the products with a lot of people. I started sharing the products with so many people, mentoring people on how they can look better and feel better as well. And I started building a team. I was one of those people, and I'll always be one of those people who will always have a hand up. Tato, are you willing to present? I'm ready. You're willing to do this? Because I always believe in challenging myself. I don't believe in standing in one position. I hate being stagnant. I want to challenge myself at all times and become better and better at what I do. So I built teams. That's what I do as well. I travel for my teams. I go out there. I pay bills for my team. Like I said, you lose money, and for me it's not a loss, but you know, you pay bills, you pay venues, you share your testimonies. Sometimes you share testimonies and even your prospects are not even there, but you are sharing testimonies for somebody else. I believe in serving. I believe that you need to be of service in order for you to become successful in any industry. So I teach my team to do the same, to use the products, to share the products, to build teams and to duplicate and to start living the lives of their dreams. I mean, this is one of my managers who then spoiled herself. When I met her, she was driving a Kia Rio. And then, I said to her, this is not the caliber of Forever cars, but, you need to work on raising your standards. And she worked hard and she got, her nice Q2. My team members are making money on a daily basis. We believe it is so important to sell at least one product per day in my team. That is what we do. So were there challenges? Of course, there were challenges. There's always challenges, you know. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. So I failed so many times. There is nothing that you can tell me that you've gone through that I haven't gone through myself. People came with enthusiasm. They left. You don't know what happened to their enthusiasm. You know, team members would come and have amazing ideas, but zero implementation. People would order products, and at the end of the month, like today, you follow up, and then a person doesn't buy the products anymore. They don't want it, or they've blocked you. I've traveled for my business. I remember at some point I went to Lesotho. I mean, I had a prospect that was saying to me, you know, come through, I'll give you the money when you're here, because you're in South Africa, I don't trust. But if you scam me, I drove all the way to Lesotho to get to the venue where the presentation was. There was nobody, even her, she was not there. I had to pay all those expenses. I mean, there's nothing that you can tell me that you are going through, and your challenges are not unique to you. We all go through challenges, and challenges grow us. They are not there to break our spirit. They are there to take us to the next level, because the next you needs those challenges, because you need to be different. You cannot go to the next level being the same. I always tell my team that you need to embrace challenges as they come. It is not for them to break you, but it is for them to build you. So it is how you look at your challenges. I mean, even if you look at the Bible, Jesus wouldn't have made it to the cross if it wasn't for Judas, and we wouldn't have the resurrection power if it wasn't for Judas. So you need those people, you need the naysayers, you need those people to be against you, you need those customers to not buy in order for you to persist. You know, one of the leaders that I look up to used to say, kill them with success. That was one of her mottos. And I always kept that, and I was like, I would kill them with success. Even if prospects don't show up, I would take pictures. You would swear that that room was filled with my prospects. I would always have excitement at all times. So my achievements in the business, I am currently a senior manager. I currently have about 4 managers in my business. I'm an Eagle manager as well. I'm a Forever to Drive qualifier. I'm a Global Rally qualifier, and I'm also in the top 50 currently in SADC. You know, honestly, I remember at some point in my career, one of the senior accountants retired. You know, one thing corporate will teach you is witchcraft. You start having witchcraft mentality. So there was this lady that I worked with who was the senior accountant, and she was always sick. You know, she was like always in and out of the hospital, not coming into work. So they taught me how she does her work, and I did it perfectly. And at some point, I really wished that she wouldn't come back. I know, guys, it's the wrong thing to think, but you know, when you are just wishing for a promotion, you are just so tired and you are just stagnant in one position and you want growth, and growth is not coming. I was just, you know, that when I'm thinking about it, it just gives me, you know, chills down my spine that I used to think like that for somebody else. You know, and she was a senior accountant, and she eventually retired. She eventually was medically emancipated, and she had to be at home. And I got to do her function for about 3 months. And while I was doing her function, I was so excited. I thought, you know what, this is it. I mean, I'm doing this function. And they brought another lady in, and I was told that I need to train that lady into a role. So I started training the lady into a role. Let me tell you guys, your kids are going to make it in this life through connections, not through the education that they have. That lady that I taught, I had to train, that lady did not even have an accounting degree. That lady did not even study accounting, but she was connected somehow to the top management of the private bank that I was working for. And one day I was just called into the office and told that, you know, you are reporting to this person. broke my spirit. I remember I fainted at work. I could not believe it. I mean, really, how am I reporting to somebody that I just trained? How am I reporting to somebody that this position was not even advertised? So it was not easy. So in Forever, what is amazing about this opportunity is that you promote yourself. There is no closed position in Forever. You promote yourself, you earn as much as you want to earn. Nobody says you are stuck at senior manager. Nobody says you are stuck at supervisor. Nobody says you are stuck at assistant supervisor. Tomorrow, if you decide to be a diamond, you can be a diamond. Nobody stops you. Your work ethic speaks for you. So the global rallies that I've been to Sweden as an incentive in one of our teams, and obviously Australia did not happen twice in a row already. It did not happen. I'm a 3-time Eagle manager qualifier. Guys, the incentives are amazing. You know, when I came into the business, honestly, I was just looking for an extra income, and I looked at that 5,000 like, you know, a dog was looking at a bone, and I was like, I'm gonna get this money. And I went straight for that money. And you know, and the traveling, the incentives, all these other things was just too much of an extra for me. And I remember when I was presented, the opportunity was presented to me, I was being told by Eagle manager, whatever these incentives. And for me, it just felt too far-fetched, man. It's too far-fetched. I want money, and that's what I need, and that's why I'm here. But then I got to work hard, and I got to achieve those incentives myself. So this is the first car that I bought through the business, an Audi A3. I went from a 5th-hand Polo Vivo to at least driving an automatic car. If you live in a city, you know how hard it is to drive a manual car in a city. And look at how happy my child was when we went to collect the car, because our kids, you know, don't listen to us. Our kids mimic our actions. You know, my child is so happy. We now have a car. We now have a nice car, red leather seats, automatic. You know, it's a nice car, and Forever pays about 6,400 towards the car of my choice. And because growing up at home, we never had a car. So I really love cars because of that. We never owned a car. I was one of those kids being dropped for extramurals. I'll always be asking a lift from somebody, being dropped somewhere and having to take another lift to go somewhere. So my parents had never had the privilege of dropping me. I never had the privilege of my parents dropping me off at school and having that type of setup in my own life. So really, I wanted my child to have that. I wanted to drop off my child at school. I was excited to drop my child off at school every time. So 1 year, leaders, gives us 365 opportunities. Even today, whatever that you are going through financially, whatever you are going through in your business, this is yet another opportunity for you to turn it around, because you are not a tree. You are not stuck. Nobody has put you there and said that you will never leave. It is your own mindset that is keeping you stuck there. It is your own, disobedience, because this business, trust me, you need to have discipline. Sometimes you even have to learn from people that you don't like, and it's okay. And and the nice thing about the business is that anyone can be your mentor, even if you don't have to be talking to them on a daily basis. You just go to social media and you just learn from what other leaders are doing and you implement. So this is another opportunity, leaders, for you to decide about where you want to be. Are you tired of Sabawell? Sabawell is one word that I banned from my team. Nobody is allowed to say that word because it keeps people stagnant. It is a word that people will always be saying, oh, I'm so inspired, but do nothing about the inspiration. I don't like that word. We are tired of Sabawell. It is time for you to step into the house of your dreams. It is time for you to drive the car of your dreams. It is time for you to take your kids to the school you want to take them. Are you not tired of being the one that is always helped? I mean, you know, when you are financially stranded, you are always in a position where I can't come because I don't have a car. I can't come, I don't have money. My kids can't come, they don't have swimming costumes. They don't have this, they don't have that. Are you not tired of being felt sorry for? Really, leaders, it is time to take action. Nobody's going to come here and do anything for us. We need to take opportunities when they come. We need to face our fears head on. We need to decide about our lives. So as you can see, leaders, clearly, I was currently, when you go look at the mirror right now, you are just a representation of your current bank balance. 5 years later, in this business, I'm completely transformed. I retired at the age of 29. I retired in May of 2017 when I joined in January 2017. I retired as an assistant supervisor in the business because I understood the numbers very well. The marketing plan is one thing that you leaders don't take time to understand, because every position means more money in forever. So you need to be running for something. I'm a gracious stay-at-home mom. I drop off my child. Like I said, I was never dropped off. I drop off my child at school and I pick her up. I'm a present parent. I'm currently not on any medication. I'm in good health, 100% in good health, from 145 kgs to 95 kgs because of using these amazing products and being a product of my product. My mom's house at some point was on auction and I bought the house because I I can afford it. You know, I bought the house back, even though my mom is not here. I bought the house back from the people that were auctioning the house. You know, I've already invested in an apartment for my daughter because I refuse for her to start at the bottom. I refuse for my daughter to go and work at Pick and Pay and be thrown with milk like I was thrown with milk. I remember at some point I was promoting Clover, and when I was promoting Clover, they had to taste this yogurt, and when they were tasting it, this lady tasted it and she spit it out on my face. I don't want that for my child. And you know what? The customer is always right. So you can't even complain about that. So I paid off our study loans and we are completely debt-free, currently living and not existing. Guys, stop existing. Some of you are just here going on. Nothing is exciting you. You are not waking up with a zest for life. You are not looking forward to anything. You don't want change. You are afraid of change. Guys, it doesn't matter how long it takes, but I guarantee you, in forever, change is guaranteed, 100% guaranteed. Look at the person that I am today. I went from literally bad health to completely good health and excitement. The reason even this picture is black and white is because this dress was red, and it's because it looked so bad. So I had to change the color to red. We were coming from church that time, January 2017, and I was just like, God, this is it for me. I'm going to that meeting and I'm going to change my life. Look at me today. Don't you want good health? Don't you want to be excited? Don't you want to enjoy good health and still share it with so many people and still make money around it? Other achievements in the business, I'm currently number 37 in SADC. In the workplace, guys, you are just a number. You get in, out, in and out. It's even worse when you get, when somebody passes away, they just put a candle there. The next thing you know, there's an announcement that there is this position that is available, replacing that person already. In Forever, you are just not a number. You are a priority. They celebrate everything about your smallest achievement, and that I've never had in my life. When I first went to a Forever Success Day, which was January 2017, I had never seen so many people happy in one space. I've never seen women happy for each other. I was not used to that environment. I was used to women bashing each other, hating on each other, fighting for positions. But then when I met Forever, I saw people be excited for other people, clap hands, celebrate other people. When I was around Forever business owners, there was a sense of peace that I felt. And I told myself that I belong here. I need this energy in my life. I need to be around these people. And I chose that whatever it takes, I'm going to be around these people. So currently, January, February, and March, I'm a top team builder in the company magazine that just recently came out. And in March also, I'm a top recruiter. Guys, this just does not come. It comes with a whole lot of work. It comes with sacrifice. It comes with going out there, putting yourself out there. You cannot cry over spilled milk. We cannot cry over people that leave. They leave their own businesses. Imagine 3 months into the business, when my mentor left and I left with her, would I have driven that car? Would my child go to a private school? Would I had stopped? I literally said to the father of my child that keep your money. Forever is going to be the father to my child. And to date, my child does any extra mural that you can think of. Forever pays for it. Guys, we get paid 4 times in a month. Take advantage of that. Why don't you want to get paid 4 times in a month? This opportunity really opens doors for all of us. For an ordinary girl from the dusty streets of Freiburg with no political connection or affiliation to make it in life. Today, I live, when I got to Joburg, I remember when I had to fetch my child back home after giving birth, I had to fetch my child to come and live with me. I used public transport, and that day it was raining so hard. And I said to myself that this can't be life. And I was living with friends, and friends were smoking, drinking. This is not the environment that I wanted for my child. And I said to myself that I need to change this. This cannot be my life. I cannot be sharing with 3-4 people in one house, with my sister and with my daughter. I'm not teaching them anything. I'm not a role model to them. So I made a decision that, you know what? I am going to be the sacrifice. It just takes one family member to break the generational curses, leaders. Do not wait there. You are the chosen one. They didn't make a mistake by choosing you. You did not hear this business opportunity by any mistake. It's because you are the chosen one for your family, to help your family, to change the family name. So many people would say that, oh, in your family, you don't you don't amount to anything. But look at me today. Now those aunts and that build walls, those aunts that close doors for me, today they ask me for advice, financial advice. They want to be associated with me now because nobody trusts me, wants to be associated with somebody that is broke, that is demotivated, that is not working towards improving their lives. So as long as you are in the same position and not willing to change, nobody will want to associate with you. And that is how sometimes people are not signing up with you, because you're not challenging yourself. You are not walking in the shoes, in your future shoes. You need to walk like the diamond manager that you want to be. Your work ethic must be of a diamond manager that you want to be. You need to speak like a diamond manager that you want to be. You cannot just be sitting there accepting defeat. If you accept defeat, that's how your life is going to be. And that is the inheritance that you are going to leave your children, leaders. Excuses and blame don't build empires. Let me tell you the truth. It is the 25th today. Some of you are giving your mentors excuses. Some of you said that you are going to sign up. They're not signing up. But I'm telling you, those excuses are not going to build you an empire. I remember at some point in the business, I needed to do my 10, I think it was 10 case credits for me to close my manager position. I didn't have the money. I remember having sleepless nights, but I told myself that I'm going to close this position. I became a supervisor in July 2017. And in September, I said, I'm going to be a manager. I never even became an assistant manager. That's how hungry I was for success. You need to be hungry, leaders. Nobody's coming to save you. Your life is 100% your responsibility. Nobody is coming. You can go to church, you can quote scripture, but at the end of the day, you are just lifting your hands to nothing, because God blesses the works of your hands, not the laziness of your bum, leaders. God blesses the works. Ditiro tsa matsogo a gago ke tsone tse modimo a ile gore o tlo go di bankanyetsa motho wa go gae a go bolelele. So do not sit there and undermine yourself. Do not sit there and say, I'm from a small town, I'm from this, I don't have this. That is the very reason why you should be striving to have more in your life, because you don't have those things. Today, let me tell you, an ordinary girl from the dusty streets of Freiburg, I currently live in an estate. Currently, right now, I live in an estate. I live a peaceful life. I live a life of purpose. I am driven to helping others. I'm driven to changing the narrative, the negativity around network marketing. Our profession is so undermined, and it is us that makes people believe that the negativity around our profession, because we are not willing to put in the work. We are not willing to go through the fire, but we want to be number one in Africa. It comes with a lot of work. It comes with sacrifice. It comes with having to put yourself down there and working extremely hard. So you know what they say, a dream delayed is not a dream denied, leaders. 2019, I dreamt of driving a Range Rover. I dreamt of this car day in, day out. How am I going to get this car? I inquired how to get this car, how much the car is. A year later, still, I woke up with a dream I wrote on social media. I still did not drive the car, but I did not sit there and feel sorry for myself and say, no, forever it's not working because I'm not driving the car of my dreams. I see people driving the cars of their dreams, but I'm not driving the cars of my dreams. I never played the blame game ever in my life. I never played the blame game. I always just challenge myself to do better. And you know what God does? God does immensely what we could not expect, what we could not fathom. He said in his word that I will prepare a table in the presence of your enemies, and I will anoint you with oil. That's what the Bible says. And I believed that word even before I drove this car. I believed it and I applied it with my work ethic. And look at what God did in 2021. I got to drive the car of my dreams, the exact same car that I used to dream about, forever made it a reality for me. And I just didn't go alone. I took my team so that they can go there and see it with their own eyes, what this opportunity can do for them if they persist, if they are disciplined, if they are consistent, if they put themselves out there. It's not just going to crawl to you. Trust me. You can write a big vision board in your room, write a big vision board and put 10 cars and sit down and watch Netflix. It's not going to happen, leaders. It is time for you guys to stand up for what your grandmothers could not drive. Stand up for the estates that your grandmothers could not live in. Stand up for the lives you want for your children. You need to stand up for the life that you want. Gone are the days when we were expecting men to do everything for us. Hey, minang shatile. Hey, my man is going to do this for me. Nobody's here. He was not born with you. He is here to love you. He's not here to build you. It is time that your kids look on social media and they do not say, Mama, my role model is Bonang. They must say, Mom, you are my role model because I've seen you go from nothing. We went from a 1-bedroom and now we live in a 4-bedroom in an estate with a helper. You don't even need to do anything. Guys, life is great in forever when you are willing to you are willing to put yourself out there. Life is amazing in forever. There is no limit. Nobody says you're going to earn 100,000 only. You can go to 200, 300, 400, a million. Nobody stops you in this business. And let me tell you, as you go on to the next level, as you elevate yourself, as you challenge yourself, the demons become more and more. You must learn how to deal with the demons. You must learn to kill them with success. You must understand that the next level requires a brand new you. So when challenges come, don't sit down and feel sorry for yourself. Stand up on your 2 feet and say, I've done it before. I came into this business alone and I'm gonna start again alone. The problem is we become managers and we start managing people. It doesn't work like that. You need to wake up every day as a preferred customer, hungry, as if you are the only one in your team. Let them blue tick you, let them block you, but you have to kill them with success. They will join you, they'll unblock you because they can see that there's progress in your life. You need to give people that they want to associate with you. You have to give it to people. You can, and that is the end of story. You can, you will, and you must change your life. This last 8 months of the year, anything can happen. What is so amazing about Forever? Beginning of the month, we all start at zero. It doesn't matter which position you are. We all start at zero. You have an opportunity to rewrite your story. You have an opportunity to regain your family name. You have an opportunity to fight for your children. You have an opportunity for you not to be looked down upon. People, yes, are they going to judge you? Let them judge you. How will they judge you when you are driving in your dream car? Let them judge you. When they judge you, it's because they are not living. They are not as ambitious as you. They know that they can never have the same goals and dreams as you. Have crazy dreams when you start in this business. Have crazy dreams that, dream of a glass house. That dream of houses in cities, in different cities. Go crazy with your dreams because forever has no limit. Forever has no closed position. Forever, nobody stops you. You can even do better than the person that introduced you into this opportunity. Tell me, can you do better than your boss right now at work? But you will do anything to do what your boss tells you to do. But when you have to apply the same mindset into your own business, you don't do it. Leaders, that is not mind of a winner. The mind of a winner is a mind that has decided to decide and wants to be more and wants more out of life. Stop looking at who is your fan, who is cheering you on. Cheer yourself on. Wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say, hello, gorgeous. You are a beautiful star. You are going to go out there and recruit and touch 10 more lives today. You're going to go out there and introduce 10 new products to people. Guys, you need to tell yourself, Mela uzitshele, guys, Mela uzitshele. Nobody's going to come and tell you that you are beautiful. Nobody's going to come and tell you that you deserve a Mercedes-Benz. Nobody's going to come and save you. You must tell yourself that I am worthy, I am deserving. And with that being said, leaders, I've come to the end of the presentation, and I hope that I have touched somebody's life today. And I hope that there is a mindset that is changed today because of my story, literally from rags to riches.
Wow, 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 wow. Tato, that was amazing. You have not just touched one person's life. I'm sure you've touched 500 people's lives. Thank you so much. That was so powerful. Oh my goodness, Tato, you're my leader. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so inspired. On behalf of everyone who is here, we are so motivated. Those of us that are already in the business, I don't think we are going to sleep tonight. We are going to set those goals. We are going to work hard to smash those targets. And I'm sure even the people that are not part of our business yet, They can't wait to jump in. This is an amazing business opportunity. And thank you so much for sharing that powerful testimony. You truly come from humble beginnings, but you did not let your past determine your future. You fought, you studied until you found forever, and forever changed your life. And I just want to say I'm glad that it didn't turn out that it's a business of killing people. It is a business of building people. And definitely Sabawelling is falling. Going forward, we will not be Sabawelling. We are going to be fighting. We will be doing. We will be making things happen. Thank you once again. Guys, I am not going to talk any further because if I continue talking, I am going to dilute what our leader was saying. I know we were looking forward to our second guest, Sapphire Manager Duna, but because of time, I think we are going to have to postpone her talk to next week, Monday. Please, guys, make sure you log in, you jump in as early as 7, because you saw that it was filled up to maximum capacity. So you do not want to miss out on what Duna is going to be sharing with us. She is just as amazing. She is just as powerful, and we do not want to be, tired listening to her. So we are very, very happy. We are blessed. I think we are going to close the session now. And I also just want to remind you that tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we have another session where we'll be sharing our business opportunity. So we have different speakers talking about how to join the business, how to work your way up the business. It has been an incredible time with you, Tato. Thank you so much. May God continue to bless you. You are amazing. May you continue touching lives, and may everything that you touch turn into gold, or let me say into diamonds, because we talk diamonds forever. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening, and I wish you sleepless nights. May you not sleep tonight. May you pushalaza all night thinking about how you're going to make this forever business work, because it all depends on you. Thank you. Good night, guys.
Amazing. Let me just end broadcast. And end it here.
As I kushalaza right now. Thank you. As I kushalaza right